Today's question, Cal, is does hypnosis work for sleep? Such a common issue, at least in my practice. And so, answer yes, of course it works for sleep, right? So, what would you like to start with here? There's probably a lot of things, right?
You know what? One of the things that blows my mind is I come in, I have people that aren't even coming in for sleep. They're coming in for, I don't know, nail biting or fear of heights or confidence or stop smoking or weight loss or whatever. And I could just say, so how's your sleep? I go, oh God, I sleep so badly. I go, how long does it take you to go to sleep every night? And it blows my mind. Some people actually spend as much as 15 minutes to an hour just trying to get to sleep. And I say, okay, good. I'm going to teach you something as part of what we're doing. And would it be okay with you if you started going to sleep in like 2 to 5 minutes every night? They go, oh my gosh, that would be worth everything, because it makes everything in their life better, right? I'm going to do this fun thing. They're going to do better. They're going to feel better about themselves as a person. They're going to do better at work. They're going to do better in their relationships. They're going to do better financially. They're even going to feel better spiritually. And then all of a sudden, we're not working on a little thing. We're working on a big thing. What do you think of that, Erika?
Oh, that's so important, Cal, because people underestimate the importance of sleep and they shortchange themselves all the time, but it is foundational. And then people give themselves, it's like, I'm just not sleeping. It's like, okay to be so tired all of the time. It's, a limiting belief, I suppose we could say. But what you've done there is taken a foundation and then made it important enough for the client to want to commit to themselves every day, right? So now I love it. It's a big thing now.
Awesome. Yeah, if you're getting, the perfect amount of sleep every night, how would that affect your life? And it does affect their relationships because they're not grumpy or they're sharper in their mind, helps their work, helps them financially. Everything is better. So we get pretty excited about it. And now Erika, some people come to you for sleep. I was giving the example of someone came in for something else. And I say, by the way, is it okay if your sleep gets better, right?
Right.
And
that's something, well, I ask all my clients as well, how is your sleep? Because some people, like I said, they really kind of underestimate that. But some folks do come in specifically for sleep. And as a matter of fact, the #1 search term on YouTube regarding hypnosis is hypnosis for sleep. Right. So there certainly are some folks that come in for sleep. And I've noticed that there's at least 3 primary areas with sleep. Some folks can't fall asleep. They have intrusive thoughts. It's kind of what you were talking about before, Cal. Hey, you want to fall asleep like in a moment, right? Some folks tend to get up in the middle of the night. They might have, they wake up. There might be medications or something like that they're having problems with. And some folks, they don't really want to fall asleep. They find themselves kind of intentionally. So if you ask them how they're sleeping, they'll say no, they stayed up watching Netflix till 2 a.m, right? So all 3 of these issues can be addressed with hypnosis. And I just think it's really, really important that we continue looking at this with our clients, because if they're not sleeping well, it impacts and it can negatively impact everything else, right?
Exactly. So yes, hypnosis can affect how quickly you go to sleep. Well, not just any kind of hypnosis. You need to have someone who knows what they're doing, right?
Right.
Like a 5-path hypnotist, or even a 7-path teacher sometimes would be all you need. Right. So how fast you get to sleep, how well you can, the quality of your sleep, like do you stay asleep? And if you do get up, getting back to sleep, all that. Now, the very best way is to have a 2-prong approach. One is going in after some of those fears and anxieties and limiting beliefs that are bothering your sleep. I mean, if you're unable to stop being in a fear state, guess what? All that adrenaline, fear manufactures adrenaline, and you're not going to sleep well. And there's a little noise outside, boom, you're awake, you fight, flight, kind of a thing going on.
And you're not going to get deep sleep either. So it's going to be that kind of light sleep, and you're still going to wake up tired in the morning.
Hypervigilance, right?
Yep.
And then the other is how to get you to go to sleep quickly and deeply. And so I don't know, let me say something here, okay? One of 5-path and 7-path together. 5-path approach, where we go in and we remove these fears, these limiting beliefs. And well, I'm actually going to do a 3-prong approach, because this would be better for you to have a 3-prong approach. One is, yes, let's go in and get rid of those fears and limiting beliefs and old patterns in there. Second, you need to learn self-hypnosis, not just any kind of self-hypnosis, 7-path self-hypnosis. And I was talking to Erika just before we did this video about how going to bed ritual is really important. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, a routine, a ritual, the brain loves that. It's
I didn't mean
familiar.
candles and incense, okay?
Right.
They're not ritual like that. Okay.
Yeah, it's just something that you're doing every single night. Yeah. I mean, some people might do that, right? I mean, that's totally fine if they do, but no, just something, it's routine. It's something for your brain that it can get accustomed to, and it becomes familiar to every single night. That can be really, really useful and effective for folks, just in general. And like I said, a lot of people, they think they're not sleeping well, but what's actually happening is they don't put themselves to sleep at any normal hour. They're not being kind to themselves the night before, right? Yeah.
Yes. So, Dr. Ivan Pavlov, he's the one that rang the bell and the dog salivated, right? He showed, now going to sleep is an unconscious process. It's really deep brain stuff. You can't think yourself into sleep, because the brain has a system that it does to go to sleep. And so the Pavlovian classical conditioning thing is big here. And that is, now you can't ring a bell and fall asleep, but you can almost do that, right? So if you have if you're a parent, you're trying to get your kids to go to sleep, this is really important too. So you have maybe, okay, it's time to go to bed. Okay, so you go in and you put on your bed clothes, if you wear pajamas or whatever, and you brush your teeth, right? And you go pee for the last time of the day. And
you wash your face, get ready. Yeah.
Right. And then you go to bed, and you finally you get into that position, one of those positions or that position that you like to sleep in.
Mm-hmm.
And then so boom, boom, boom. That's that.
Okay, so I'm all ready to go. I'm not going to have to move my physical body. I'm tucked in, ready to sleep. Okay.
And if you do that night after night, going to sleep becomes a conditioned response. Okay. So that, moms, dads, you want to do that for your kids. Now you can go take that one step further for you, and that is 7-path self-hypnosis. And there's a free lesson on 7pathselfhypnosis.com, where I will actually teach you how to do 7-path self-hypnosis. I will actually hypnotize you and do, like in the previous episode, we talked about the difference between hypnotherapy and stage hypnosis, and post-hypnotic suggestion is I'll give you a post-hypnotic suggestion where you can take yourself into hypnosis anytime you want, right? So then what you do is you go and you brush your teeth and you put your pajamas on and and then you do 7-path self-hypnosis. And the process and technique of self-hypnosis will interfere with the thought patterns that have been keeping you awake. The worry, that kind of stuff. And because you'll be given a post-hypnotic suggestion to go back into hypnosis, any experienced hypnotist will know that if you hypnotize someone that's tired, they're going to fall asleep. So if you have that routine, awesome. That's one really big thing. The second thing is that you're going to have the 7-path self-hypnosis that interrupts the pattern of keeping you awake. And then thirdly is the post-hypnotic suggestion of going into hypnosis. If you're tired or sleepy when you go into hypnosis, you go to sleep. And so it's a triple prong win. And besides, once you've learned how to do that, then you can learn how to do more stuff with 7-path self-hypnosis. And you can either take classes or get sessions and stuff like that. What do you
And
think?
I love that I use it, like, there are times too when I'm traveling, like I normally get pretty good sleep, especially when I'm in my zone, right? I'm at my home and I'm sleeping in my bed and et cetera, et cetera. But isn't it nice when I travel and now I'm in a hotel and, who knows? And I can use seventh path there too, because it kind of shows up when you need it too, right? Not only am I conditioning myself to sleep better and have this routine every night, but now when I really need it, like, oh geez, I have a big talk tomorrow, or I'm teaching, or I'm on camera or something, I want to get great sleep that night, but I'm in a hotel. And now seventh path lets me get great sleep there too, right?
Absolutely. Once you've got it programmed in, it doesn't matter where you're at, right? I remember, like, I belong to a motorcycle club and we go to all these events somewhere, and my wife Maureen doesn't always go. So sometimes I'll have a roommate, like one of my club,
Yeah.
right? And there'll be a comment like, God, how do you do that? You like lay down and you're out. I'm kind of like, I don't know if you've ever seen Star Trek, the Borg, right? They step back into that channel for
Oh, to that thing, and they're just,
the
that's you.
That's me when I go to sleep.
Well, that's a good example for the rest of the people, right? I mean,
Resistance is futile.
it's just so important, man. I mean, I just know that if I get great sleep, like if I don't get great sleep, it can be fine. It can be fine, but a great day for me begins with excellent sleep. So it is a priority for me.
I like what you're just talking about. It used to believe scientifically that you cannot make up for lost sleep. Now they found out, yes, you can. And so the interesting thing is, you're going to have those days where the day's pretty much out of control and very high demanding, and you can't get to bed until like so late at night because of the world and what it's asking of you. And you're only going to get 5-6 hours sleep that night. All right. You can do just fine on that if you've had night after night after night of good sleep.
Yep.
You've built up a supply, of being refreshed, and then the next night, boom, you're right back on track. So make it a high priority. It's not a little thing; it's a big thing.
It is a high priority for me, for sure. Yeah. And it's funny because we're often traveling. At least, we have like the NGH convention this year and other, events that we're going to. So a lot of times when I want to show up and be really awesome, I am traveling and I am out of my zone. I might not be eating the food that I would normally want to be eating. I might not be in my routine otherwise, but this routine everywhere. So now I feel, can get great sleep, but feel good and safe and comfortable too. So it's an excellent, excellent routine to put in.
So you folks out there watching this video, your sleep problems can be over for the rest of your life. You can have some really, really good sleep, and that changes everything. And just go to 7-Path Self-Hypnosis, that's 7TH, Path, PATH, Self-Hypnosis, HYPNOS.com. And I'll put a link down there somewhere. And you know what? You can sleep better, and it changes everything. Now, also, there's some side benefits to learning 7-Path Self-Hypnosis, especially in the beginning, you're first learning it. You'll do it like 3 times a day to really program it in and take care of some of that stuff that's inside of you that causes anxiety and all this stuff. And so there's going to be tremendous other benefits in your life, not just sleep better. In fact, it all started off with sleeping better was a side effect. People mainly come to self-hypnosis for everything else. So you'll be able to work on those things too. Let's see, anything else you want to add before we wrap up?
I don't think so, Cal. This has been great. And, I really appreciate Seventh Path. I use it every single day, and my clients get just such great relief from it and have experiences that are tender and help them feel a sense of love and belonging. So thank you for creating it. I would love to see you guys in the hypnosis classroom. Please find me at cascadehypnosistraining.com. I'm Erika.
All right, Erika, you're awesome. I look forward to seeing you at the 5-Pathers Symposium in October and maybe at the NGH convention as well. And you know what? I'm Cal Banyan. Go to calbanyan.com and you can get my class schedule. You can get all my 600 plus videos. I've been doing this for a very long time and I love it. I can't believe I'm still this excited after all these years. I think it's because of the people I get to work with. All right, that's it. Cal Banyan.